All right, buddy. Take two. Yeah, I figured I'd give you a quick string change lesson for you. It is take two because I kind of fucked up my video, first one. Doesn't matter. So I've already changed the low E string. So I'm gonna move on and do my A string. Usually you'll only change one string at a time. You can do them all, take them all off if you want. Typically I'll only do that if I'm gonna do a really good clean on my fretboard or just the guitar in general. Otherwise I just do one string at a time. Keeps the tension on everything. Just let things, truss rods fuck around and whatever. Doesn't matter. You can do it either way. I just find that for the most part, just doing one string at a time is the best, unless you're doing a clean, like I say. All right, anyway, I want this to be a long video. You know how those get. So you need a couple things in order to do a change here. First of all, your strings. That's very important. Very, very important. And then you need some wire cutters. Okay, so first thing you want to do is you don't need to unwind this whole string. You just want to loosen it up a little bit, take some tension off of it. Give her a little snip. Pull that out of your tailpiece. Get this little unwrap here. All right. Now we're stringless. All right. Of course, you want to make sure you're putting the right strings on in order. Okay. First thing you want to do before you take your string out. So on your machine heads here, these are called machine heads, right? And you got your little pole piece that sticks out on top. What you're going to want to do is make sure, just turn it until you can get the hole in the pole be pretty much parallel with the rest of the guitar. There's a good reason for that, and we'll get to that. So where'd my string go? It's right here. So take your strings if they're a little bit wound up like that. Be very careful when you undo them. You don't want to put any kind of kinks in your string. Keep your kinks to yourself. So this is my A string. What we're going to do is we're going to feed it through the tailpiece here. See, the tailpiece will be the same as yours. All the eppies are the same. So you're going to put it through the hole there. Grab it. And this side, that can be a little bit difficult with all the strings on. Whatever. You can get in there. So when you pull it through, you want the ball end of your string to go into the slot there. So it seats properly. Now it's going to be loose in there, so don't worry about that too much at this point. Up here, you're going to take your string and you're going to slide it straight through the pull of your machine head there. Let's get rid of this tuner. Now, for your three, call them bass strings, your three thickest strings, E, A, and D, you're going to want to have about 2 full wraps, pretty much minimum 2. 3 is kind of the perfect thing, around the pole. You want that to go around there 3 times. How do you figure that out, you may ask? Well, wish I would have learned this a long time ago, but I did learn it. It's a great way of gauging it. And what you do, you take your string, make sure it's sitting on the tailpiece properly and kind of in your nut properly. You're going to pull it taut. not taint. Taint's a different thing, okay? So taut. Doesn't need to be, you don't need to yank on it, just taut. Take your finger, now right by the nut here, you're going to grab your finger right there on your string, pull it back until you're about, I don't know, say 1 1/4 of a fret. That's where you want it. So at this point, we're going to kind of just hold this here. This is where we want it. Just kind of hold it down here, just to kind of keep a little bit of tension on it. It's okay if it flops around up here. You just kind of want to have a little bit of tension here, not much. What you're going to do at this point is you're going to just put a little 90° on the end of that string. Just enough so it holds on there a bit. One thing you want to note is your strings will always come on the inside of the pole pieces, not the outside. They want to run on the inside, both sides. Okay. All right. So, got my string length, got that little kink in there. I'm going to grab my handy dandy string winder, which I forgot to mention to you. Just makes things a little quicker. And you just start turning, keeping a little bit of tension there just so it's not slipping out of that pole. And just start winding. Now your tag end, make sure your tag end is above the string. So the string is going to wind down the pole. As long as you keep your tag up there, the string will just do it for you. Don't worry. And just keep turning. So you have 1 full turn already. 2 full turns. A bit better than 2 full turns now. All right, so now I've got string's a little bit slacky like that. What you want to make sure at this point is that it's running correctly through the slot in the nut and the slot on the bridge here. Make sure it's in the right place. You want to give it a little bit of a, just kind of hold it there a little bit, just a little tug. You don't want to be too hard on it. Well, all you're doing here is just making sure it tightens around that pole just a little bit. And I'm just going to continue winding it up until it's got no slack is kind of gone. Hands up, everything's looking good. Take my handy dandy tuner. Turn your tuner on first. Hint. I got a little crazy there and had a little bit sharp there. That's okay. So you kind of just tune it up to pitch. Once you have it that far, you're going to want to take this tag end and just give it a kink. Just pull it straight up. Just kind of push it up against your pole piece there. Take your handy dandy wire cutters, kind of just rest them a little bit on top of your pole piece and give it a little snip. Watch out, because these things can sometimes go flying. Like that. Eyes. And now you have your string on there. So now I've got 2 on my guitar at this point. Now, whenever you put new strings on, it tends to take a little bit to get into tune and stay in tune. And what I'll do is I'll just take and I'll just kind of bend my E string up there. Bend this D string. Again, you don't want to break your strings. You just want to, because when you're playing a solo or something, you're going to be bending strings. So you don't want your guitar to go out of tune. Bending these things up or just getting that little bit of any slack that is still in the whole system here. Okay. See, then they will go flat. Anyway, so that's how you do it. Any other tips I got in there? Really, that's about it. Just once you get them all on there, what I'll do is I'll put this next string I'm gonna put on is gonna be my D string. Do the same routine, same as before. I'll tune it up, then I'll give them all the three. I'll pull the three new ones I've got on there now, the E, A, and D. I'll give them the stretching, tune them all up until they get into tune again. Proceed to the next string, la da da. There you go. Now, your three treble strings, G, B, and A, or G, B, and E, I should say. Those are unwound strings. That's why they're smooth, and the other three on top they're wound. The other three they're not wound. So because they don't have quite the friction you'd need to keep everything nice and tight up here. So typically you're going to have probably one extra wind on these three strings. To achieve that, you're going to do the same thing as you would with the other strings, but you're going to pull rather than on these three thick strings, and go just past that fret. With the three treble strings, you're going to want to go about 1 3/4 of a fret, between 1 1/2 and 1 3/4. That'll give you that little extra string to get that one more wind on it. Okay, is there anything else I can think of in this? Other than that, just keep tuning it as you go. I find that for the first few times you pick up your guitar, first time or two after you've restrung it, you might want to just watch your tuning as you're practicing or anything, so it'll go flat fairly easily. Every guitar is different depending on how good your machine heads are. Real quality ones will hold a string a little better, but regardless, it's just a matter of stretching those strings, retuning it, stretching those strings, retuning it, play a little bit, make sure it's tuned. It doesn't take that long, and it'll start staying in tune. Hopefully, anyways, as long as your guitar is enough quality that it'll stay in tune decently. If it doesn't, we'll talk about that later. Hopefully we don't need to cross that bridge. Anyway, so you just continue on all the way through. Make sure everything's nice in there. Seated nicely. Staying in tune now, but if I went and give them a little bit of a bend in there, I can pretty much guarantee you I'll have to tune them up a little bit. It won't be much. Every time you do it, you find it's a little less. Well, I shouldn't even say, there we go. Well, I did enough already. They're staying in tune. So anyway, that's really about it. That's all there is to tuning a guitar. It's not changing the strings on a guitar. Not that hard. I'm happy that your renovations are just about done, and you've got your strings and accessories you're going to need, and I think it sounds like you're a little bit excited to do this. I hope you are. I am. I've been doing a fair bit. I'm kind of following my advice I've been giving you, or you're going to be seeing in these videos on practicing, making sure at least pick it up once a day, Sometimes it's even for 10 minutes, and I'll just run through finger exercises, whatever, while I'm watching a video or something, just to make sure I'm actually grabbing it and playing it. I've noticed the difference in my playing already. Yeah, I know. I mean, I was hella rusty. And it took it doesn't take too long to get your chops more or less back, but I find I'm already getting better. I'm learning things I didn't know already. Just trying to figure these videos out for you to learn. So I'm really happy with that on my own end. And really looking forward to doing more. I'm just going to start doing more and more songs, and I'll record them for you, lessons for you. And I'll continue doing that. One other thing I wanted to talk about, since you did get all your supplies. We were talking about the pick challenge. So here's the pick challenge. Unfortunate for you, you got 12. I only have to worry about 10, but you got to worry about 12. So, and the reason for this challenge, I think, is it's not so much of a challenge to me. I want you to challenge yourself to do this. The challenge is for yourself to promise yourself that you're going to spend as much time as it takes to get 10 of these picks to look like this. Well, actually, just wait. I got another pick. Hold on. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm back. So anyway, here's the challenge. You got your brand new picks. I guarantee you, if you do this challenge, you'll be a pretty good guitar player by the time you're done it. If you do it on a regular basis. If you take 5 years to do this, it probably won't be the same. Anyway, what it is, here's your pick challenge. I want your picks. Let's see, 10 of these in a row that look like that. So I've already worn out the logo on this pick. And this pick's just about there. Just naturally wears from your fingers holding them and playing them. That means I'm putting the time in. I've actually got 2 that are like this now. I lost one for a bit, so I had to start a new one, but I found it. So anyway, so now I've got one completely done. This one won't take too much longer, and it's going to be done also. So that's your challenge. Challenge yourself to play the guitar enough that you wear that logo out in that pick. 10 of those picks. And the results will speak for themselves. So anyway, I'm going to pretty much end this video now. Holy fuck, it's not almost 20 minutes again. I can't believe how much time I waste doing these things and how long they take to actually do. But I still got four more strings to change in this thing, which I'll do right now. I think I'll just send you those 3 lessons that I do have finished for you. I want you to feel free anytime you get any questions or whatever. Anything you're thinking about, if you want to give me a call or a FaceTime, we can do FaceTime shit together too. Kind of makes it a little funner when you have somebody else to chat with while you're doing it. But regardless, I want you to know you can do it at any time, except past midnight on weeknights. I'm sure it's probably not a problem. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. Make sure you dispose of your old strings properly, because they're sharp as fuck. I don't want those grandbabies getting into that. Poke eye. That's why I got glasses now. Poke my eye too many times. But anyway, other than that, I can't think of anything else. Let me know when you're actually, you do get started on lessons and actually learning. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I think over and out from the big Kelowna, BC, unceded Indian land. Don't want to be a homeowner in fucking BC right now, I'll tell you that. Anyway, enough bullshit. You have a great rest of your day, weekend, and let me know once you get yourself all restrung, and or just give me a shout if you want. I'd say go Oilers, but the fuck is wrong with the fucking Oilers? You know, like, gotta like that Roslovic though. Anyway, I'm fucking rambling again. So, like I say, have a great day, and let me know if you need anything. Otherwise, peace out.